Aging changes many things, but there is one shift that most people don't talk about enough: the subtle, steady slowing of your eyes and your brain after you pass 60. It's not a dramatic collapse. It's the small daily moments, the blurry vision that lingers every morning, the names that slip from memory, the increased sensitivity to screens, the feeling that your mind doesn't refresh the way it used to. These silent symptoms stack up over time until one day you look around and realize you're not operating with the same clarity, sharpness, or confidence you once had, and society has told you to accept it as normal aging. But what if it isn't? What if these changes are not signs of inevitable decline, but rather messages, signals from your body telling you that something essential is missing, especially at night while you sleep? This idea may seem surprising, but recent research points in a clear direction. A publication in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging found that an astonishing 92% of adults over 65 lack at least one critical nutrient required for brain and eye repair during sleep. Not during the day, specifically during the night. The window of time when the body's natural restoration process is supposed to be at peak efficiency. Imagine that every night, while your brain and eyes attempt to recover from the stress, strain and oxidation of the day, they're running short on the very materials needed to rebuild. The result shows up the next morning: blurry text, burning eyes, fuzzy thinking, slower recall, and a brain that feels like it's operating through fog. And yet very few people talk about this connection. This is where Dr. Sophia enters the conversation. With decades of clinical experience working with older adults, he has spent his career searching for simple natural methods to support cognitive longevity and visual health. What he presents is refreshingly straightforward: 4 natural juices, carrot, beet, blueberry and spinach, that nourish the brain and eyes from the inside out, especially during sleep. No expensive supplements, no complicated routines, just whole foods blended at the right times to support the body's natural rhythms. Dr. Sophia emphasizes that aging doesn't have to feel like diminishing returns. Many of his patients have experienced remarkable improvements: clearer morning vision, sharper memory recall, more sustained focus, simply by giving their body the right nutrients at the right time. Let's explore each juice and understand why they work so powerfully. 1. Carrot juice, the morning ignition for retina and memory. Carrot juice may be familiar, but few understand its full potential. It is one of the rare natural drinks that nourishes both the retina and the prefrontal cortex, the brain region, responsible for memory, focus, and decision-making. Carrots contain beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A, a nutrient essential for the health of photoreceptor cells in the retina. When vitamin A levels dip, those cells lose their ability to function efficiently, leading to night blindness, dry eyes, slower focusing, and increased visual fatigue. Seniors commonly experience these symptoms not because their eyes are old, but because their eyes are undernourished. Carrot juice also contains lutein and zeaxanthin carotenoids that naturally accumulate in the macula, your central vision zone. These pigments act like internal filters, absorbing harmful blue light from screens and sunlight. Over decades of exposure, oxidative stress builds up in the macula, but when you regularly consume these antioxidants, you help it recover and maintain clarity. But the story does not end with the eyes. Carrot juice is rich in falcarinol, a plant compound shown to reduce inflammation across neural pathways. A 2021 study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience demonstrated that seniors who consumed beta-carotene-rich juices daily experienced measurable improvements in working memory and visual recall. Participants improved by 13% on memory, tests enough to make everyday tasks easier and more reliable. For maximum absorption, carrot juice should be paired with a small amount of healthy fat, such as walnuts, avocado, or a teaspoon of olive oil. This is why Dr. Porter recommends drinking carrot juice in the morning, when the brain is transitioning from rest to alertness. It awakens the retina, sharpens mental clarity, and sets the tone for the day. 2. Beet juice, the afternoon circulation booster. Beet juice may not be a daily drink for most seniors, but it should be. One of the most overlooked contributors to brain fog and blurry vision is poor circulation, especially to the brain and the delicate microvessels behind the eyes. Blood flow naturally declines with age, but for many older adults, this drop is more dramatic than they realize. Beets are packed with dietary nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that signals blood vessels to relax and widen. This process, known as vasodilation, increases oxygen delivery to the brain and eyes. A 2020 clinical study published in the Nitric Oxide Journal revealed that adults over 60 who consumed beet juice daily experienced significant improvements in cerebral blood flow, particularly in the frontal lobe, where concentration and memory live. Participants performed better on cognitive tests and reacted faster to mental tasks. Beet juice also protects the visual system. Nitric oxide supports the retinal, vascular network, and prevents microvascular damage that can evolve into macular problems. In 2019, a study in the Journal of Ocular Pharmacology and Therapeutics confirmed that beet-derived nitric oxide helped maintain retinal structure and reduce oxidative stress. Beet juice works fast within 30 minutes. That's why Dr. Porter recommends drinking it between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., when most people experience an energy drop. A small glass at this time boosts mental alertness, enhances circulation, and revitalizes tired eyes that have spent hours dealing with screens, sunlight, or indoor lighting. 3. Blueberry juice, the evening memory rebuilder. Some foods protect your cells, others nourish them, but blueberries stand out because they also help your brain and eyes rebuild. Blueberry juice is especially rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier, reducing oxidative stress in the hippocampus memory center, and stimulating neurogenesis, the creation of new brain cells. A major 2020 study published in the Journals of Gerontology found that older adults who drank wild blueberry juice daily for 12 weeks experienced improvements in memory, recall processing speed, and neural activation visible on MRI scans. But the eyes benefit just as strongly. Anthocyanins protect retinal ganglion cells, the neurons responsible for transmitting visual information to the brain. Regular consumption can preserve retinal thickness, improve adaptation to darkness, and support clearer vision under stress. Dr. Sophia shares the story of Helen, a 74-year-old patient who struggled with reading due to blurring and mental tiredness. After incorporating blueberry juice into her evenings, she found herself returning to crossword puzzles with clarity she had not felt in years. To maximize its restorative power, blueberry juice should be consumed about 90 minutes before bed. That timing aligns perfectly with the body's nightly repair cycle, giving antioxidants direct access to the brain and eyes while they recover. 4. Spinach juice, the underrated elixir for focus and visual clarity. Spinach juice may not be glamorous, but it is a nutritional powerhouse for aging adults. It is rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, the same carotenoids found in carrot juice, but in higher concentrations. These pigments replenish the macular pigment density that naturally declines with age, protecting central vision from oxidative stress. Spinach also contains folate, a B vitamin, essential for neurotransmitter production and homocysteine regulation. High homocysteine levels are linked to cognitive decline, slower processing, and mood imbalances. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that restoring folate levels led to measurable cognitive improvement in older adults. Additionally, spinach is one of the best natural sources of vitamin K, which supports neuronal membrane integrity and myelin formation, the insulation that allows signals to travel quickly through your nervous system. Because spinach contains oxalates, moderation is key. Dr. Porter recommends 1 small glass in the late morning or early afternoon, ideally before lunch, when nutrient absorption is more efficient. When juiced properly with a bit of apple or cucumber, spinach juice becomes a surprisingly refreshing drink that delivers a burst of mental clarity and visual comfort. A simple daily routine that works with your body. One of Dr. Sophia's greatest strengths is his ability to turn complex biology into simple, actionable steps. He emphasizes that you do not need to drink all 4 juices every day. Instead, follow your body's natural rhythm. Morning carrot juice to awaken the retina and sharpen focus. Mid-morning lunch, spinach juice to fuel neurotransmitters and reinforce macular repair. Afternoon 2, 4 p.m. beet juice for circulation, oxygenation, and mental energy. Evening 90 min before bed. Blueberry juice to support neurogenesis and nighttime repair. This routine aligns with your metabolic cycles and complements the brain's natural patterns of alertness and restoration. Even drinking just 2 of the juices per day or rotating them weekly can make a measurable difference. Consistency, not perfection, is what heals.